rainbow chard, Swiss chard, leaf beet, it's all the same plant and it's so easy to grow and so versatile. If you're not subscribed to us at Learn How to Garden, there's a link above me right now. Click that link and input an email address. It means you get access to the written posts at Learn How to Garden. We can let you know every single time we put up a new film. You'll find out information about our gardening club and the unique courses that we run online delivered to your computer. You're looking at a bed of rainbow chard, so cool because of the colour. Look at this colour. You've got the really dark blood red here, you've got the pinks, you've got the vibrant orange, you've got a yellow through here, you've got the classic white. And what's brilliant about this is that the colour comes all the way up that stem and into the leaves. What I like about that is that this isn't a plant that can just be used like it is here in a raised bed 9 inches apart for the maximum production of its stems and its leaves. It can also be used in a flower border. You grow hostas. Hostas don't have a patch on this. I mean, I know you can eat them, but they taste awful. This tastes wonderful. It's a brilliant substitute for spinach. So I'll show you how to sow it and then what happens after. So we've seen all the different colours that the rainbow chard will come in. When it arrives, if you open your packet, you'll find that when you pop the seeds onto your hand, they're all exactly the same colour, same size. You have no idea. But what's really interesting about chard seeds, the same as beetroot seeds, is that each one of these seeds is a mini cluster of seeds. There could be 3 to 4 seeds in each cluster, and more than one might germinate. So I've always found the best way with chard is to actually grow it in one of these cell trays which has individual cells. So all you do, fill the cells with a good multi-purpose compost. You don't need seed compost for chard. Then take your finger, press it roughly 1 centimetre deep, take a single seed, pop that into the cell. Once you've done that, then pop this out a minute, some fine compost just to cover it. I've done all of them except those last 2. Make sure that it's covered up to the top. Now with something like chard, you want to make sure that it's watered really well, which is why it's sitting in this old baking tray. I'm now going to fill the baking tray with water so it just sits under the lip of the module tray. Leave the modules in there for about 20 minutes, half an hour, until the whole of the surface is glistening with water. We then take the module tray out of the baking tray and leave it somewhere to dry. In fact, I said dry, what I mean is drain, but then again I'm using the wrong words. This is a roasting tray, not a baking tray. So we're using a old roasting tray. It's old. Well, it wasn't old when I first stole it, obviously, out of the kitchen. It was quite usable. We're going to leave that to glisten. Then we'll take it out, let it drain. Then you pop it somewhere like a cool greenhouse. And after about 14 to 21 days, you'll start to get decent germination. Now you can see we've got 1 here, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. And that's all with single seeds. We've got 1 certainly germinating here. And by growing them in these individual modules, what we can do is let this grow until we can see the colour. Now at the moment, this looks as though every single one of these is going to be golden. Well, that won't be the sort of case. As they get slightly taller, you can see the colour. You'll see the pinks, you'll see the deep reds, and you'll see the golden ones, and there'll even be some white ones. In fact, if you were growing chard for nothing other than to eat, so all you wanted was purely for the kitchen, then I'd say grow the white stemmed variety, because I think the stems of that have a slightly superior flavour. But we're actually growing this so we can get it to do more than one job. So once those little plants are about 3 to 4 centimetres high, it can go out into a bed. This is planted in a block 9 inches apart, and that's for the maximum production of both leaf and stem. Now in France they grow it mainly for the stem, that's what chefs love. Over here I tend to grow it mainly for its leaves, but we do both. But whatever you're doing, you need to pick whole stems at a time. So you take a stem off just like this, and if you were going to use this as a spinach substitute, it's really easy. You can just strip the leaf, but it's more robust than spinach, and I think has in some ways far more uses. 9 inches apart, but you could grow it in a container. You could grow it, as we've said, in the flower border, and all you have to do is look out for this. This is a flowering stalk. Now it'll grow for you for well over a year. If it starts to put up a stalk like this flower stalk, all you have to do is cut that off, and you'll probably get another 2 to 3 months of production out of this plant. It's got no slug pellets near it, and as you can see, there's very little damage. It's without doubt one of the easiest and most rewarding and versatile plants you can grow. That's leaf beet, Swiss chard, and this particular amazing variety is called rainbow chard.